the TeamClearCoat podcast. We're two friends finally doing something about our obsession with cars.
We're probably not doing it well, but it should be fun, and we might actually learn something along the way. I'm Dave.
And I'm Ian, and this is our show.
Did you see that? Did you see that over there?
Did I see what?
It was a moth that just flew out of my wallet. I'm Ian.
I'm Dave.
And my Saab was broken again.
No.
I know.
You don't say.
Yeah, not broken, but preventive maintenance that was also reactive.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's fine. Just go with it.
This is the Team Clear Coat podcast.
We make bad decisions about cars.
We do, and we tell you about them.
All right, so it was time to do some routine maintenance.
Sure. On the TurboX, which I assume is like a weekly punch card.
It should be. So I have, for anyone who doesn't know, I have a 2008 Saab TurboX Sport Combi, which is Swedish for wagon. It is the automatic, so not the unicorn one, but still pretty rare.
Yeah.
And it is always broken. So I had a one thing that was like nagging me for like a long time. I had, I think I've described it, a squeak from the bushing at the top of the start tower, which is a really common thing for this era of Saabs, not just the Turbo X's. But yeah, it was, and when it's cold, it was really
It was really squeaky?
bad, and it was just driving me insane.
Okay.
Every time I drove the car.
Sure.
And it was starting to feel really bouncy. Turns out the top of the strut towers were just completely bad. So
okay.
Those mounts had to be completely changed.
Uh-huh.
So I got that done, and then oil change, front brakes needed to be done, new rotors, the whole thing.
Hey, I'm surprised you didn't do the front brakes yourself.
Yes. I don't really have a good place to work on my car because I'm in a shared driveway, which is part of the problem.
But brakes are so easy.
I know.
Yeah.
I also have no time.
Right. I mean, yeah, you have a how many month old?
Yeah, I don't remember. 7-month-old. 7-month-old.
And a 4.5-year-old.
Yeah, by the time this comes out, he'll be 8 months old.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah.
I have an 8-month-old at home and a 4-year-old, and they like to and the 4-year-old especially likes to help.
Yeah.
Which is helpful.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I should have done it myself.
No,
but I didn't.
There's a balance you have to strike with this kind of stuff. There even though there are things you could do yourself,
right?
It's not just dollars that go into it.
No.
It's time, it's frustration, it's like the chance when something goes wrong that it's going wrong for someone else whose job it is to fix it versus someone who has to suffer the consequences of it going wrong.
Yes.
Right? Like what if a freak thing happened where the caliper, like whatever you had supporting the caliper, it's at your house, so I just assume you've like lashed your body hair into the caliper somehow, right, to support it on like the coil spring, right?
Yeah. I just have a stack of records.
Yeah, exactly.
Holding it up.
Exactly. That then that falls over or catches fire, and then like the brake caliper, is supported by the line, which gets a crack in it or something, and like all this happens at your house, and then you can't drive your car.
That is exactly how maintenance goes for me.
Right. So
do you remember the electrical tape incident?
Yes.
With the Volkswagen?
I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah. The electrical tape that is probably still in your engine bay somewhere?
It's on the skid plate, probably still just hanging out.
Hopefully what happens is when you hit the idea of a pothole in your R32, the electrical tape wedged between the skid plate and your oil pan absorbs the impact instead of your oil pan.
See?
Yeah.
Thinking.
Yep.
Thinking.
Yep. Yeah. So don't think that I'm chiding you for not doing your own maintenance. And I think that this is something that like is a common thing in automotive enthusiasm, where it's like, I do the work myself. Well, also I have rage fixed a water pump on Dusty Rusty before. I was not in a good place. I should have paid someone to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's always hard with those like marginal calls of should I just do this and knock it out? Or should I have someone else do it?
Right.
And this one was I'm just gonna have my computer just restarted for no reason.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been making those calls of just
Sure. Yeah.
Make
just do it.
make
Just
it
do
happen.
Yeah,
Because if
yeah.
I do it, it will take me 7 hours.
Right. Right. No. Yeah.
So all of that happened. More in depth. So I've hinted around before on the show about the and I've talked about my past trials and tribulations with the all-wheel drive system.
Yes.
So they are completely stumped by this. So
Right. And when you say they, you mean the planet.
yes.
Saab technicians, people who specialize in Saabs.
Yes. If anyone listening knows anything about Hall deck systems, I would love to hear your ideas, because I'm starting to think now that maybe it's a sensor issue, because during the last snow,
Right.
when I first start the car, it seems to be all-wheel driving because I can make the tail move around and stuff.
Sure.
So the rear wheels are spinning.
Right. That's a
But-
good way to nope, got to check the system, e-brake turn, hammer
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
Well, even just from a stop,
Uh-huh.
it'll rotate
Right.
coming
right.
off the line.
Right,
where,
which means the rear wheels are pushing the car instead of the front pulling it.
right.
Yeah.
So something is happening
Right,
back
right.
there.
Right,
You can feel it.
yeah.
But then after a little while, probably usually it varies, but usually about 15 minutes of driving,
okay.
I get the service X-wheel drive light,
Uh-huh.
and
yeah.
then I have front wheel drive.
Okay.
So that seems electrical-ish, right? Probably not fluid level, but it could be fluid level. But I don't think it is.
So when I think of the changing things, so it could be
Temperature related.
temperature related, right? So it's going to be one or two things. It's going to be some kind of fluid viscosity that changes with the temperature, right?
Yeah, but you would think it would the fluid level wouldn't drop as it gets hotter.
I wouldn't think it would drop, but the viscosity changes,
Yeah.
right? Which means it's getting into the different areas, right?
Maybe, but I've done that flush
I know.
so many times now.
Oh, I know. Yeah. So it's either with the changing viscosity or it's with something that changes electrically because of temperature.
Yeah, and I'm starting to think maybe that's it. Maybe it's even just wires that are like a insulation that's getting gummy or something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
That's breaking down. I don't know. It's driving me crazy. But the other piece of news.
At least it's not like you have only rear wheel drive. Sorry to interrupt.
No, yeah.
But if it's going to fail in one way, you want it to fail to the fronts in snow.
I guess.
I mean, if Jenny's driving it, yes.
I guess. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's like automatic dehooning your car.
It's true. It's very frustrating.
Yeah.
The other piece of information that I got. So I just got the car back a little bit ago. When this comes out, I will have had it for a while, and I will have more information on this. But I was told there's an oil leak.
Yeah.
So I have noticed small amounts of oil, but I haven't even noticed enough to see it on the dipstick or anything.
Sure,
so it's a very
sure.
small leak. Fortunately, it's right above the exhaust manifold, so maybe this problem will take care of itself.
It just slowly fizzles off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe it'll fizzle the rest of the car away as well. But apparently it's the oil level sending sensor,
Okay.
and there's an O-ring around that, and that has broken down,
Sure.
and so is now dripping oil. Apparently, the only way to get to this $3 O-ring,
Not even that. We're talking pennies for an O-ring.
right, is to change the oil pan, which in this particular car, because of the all-wheel drive and because of the V6, is an
hang on. Let me brace my body for this.
yeah.
Okay, go on.
Are you? I still don't think you're ready. Engine out is what they said.
You have to take the engine out to get the oil pan out. It's a good thing you don't have to do that for your R32.
I know. I know.
It's
kind of surprising that I don't.
right.
To be honest.
I was gonna say of all vehicle manufacturers that someone should have taken a hint from
Yeah.
about oil pans, it's Volkswagen in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if that's if they're just like if they were like jerking me around on that
Ian.
or what.
Ian.
So I have some more research to do, but yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can pull up like Saab TurboX undercarriage. If I get like the down parts of some weird Swedish dude, this is on you.
But I will report that the strut towers are now very quiet, and the ride has been much improved.
Okay.
And it's very nice.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. I don't think you're gonna find
I think
what you're looking for because it's all gonna be
Yeah.
the rear diff.
Right.
All gonna be pictures.
If
of that.
anybody's taking a picture of it, it's the rear diff. I want to I want to like roll underneath your car and see what's up. Like,
Yeah, I know.
I want to look at it.
we need to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's another way around it.
right.
Surely,
Right.
maybe.
Even if the engine is just lifted in place, right? So there are some maintenance that you do for
you just connect the motor mounts and like
and then like I have one of those engine hoist bars
yeah.
for like changing motor mounts, right? So you like you support the engine, you put the screws, the hook.
I'm sure that's what they meant.
Maybe,
Surely,
hopefully,
right? I mean, because you would think you'd be able to like
get it
enough
to a
space.
point where you could get it.
We're
We're doing hand motions on a
doing
podcast.
Spatial.
What? Yeah, spatial comedy.
Mhm.
Spatial comedy.
We're miming an engine out or an oil pan replacement.
Yeah.
That's
Chat. Yeah.
that's hashtag content right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Man, I'm sorry. So the oil leak will only slowly get worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And-
it won't pour oil.
Right.
Right.
And again, if it really is on right by the exhaust manifold, again, maybe this will just take care of itself.
That's what
which
we
would
call
be-
the Swedish tune-up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. and there's also the car enthusiast method of calling the fire department when something like this happens, which is 9-1.
Huh. Let's see what's on TV.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I left that sandwich inside, and if I don't eat that,
Right.
the cat is gonna get to it. So I'm gonna go finish that real quick.
Yeah.
And also, I've got this book I need to finish. And then one,
Right.
I'd like to report a fire, sir.
Right.
I did tell when I dropped it off, I was like, if something catastrophic happens
Uh-huh.
and it catches fire in the shop,
Uh-huh.
please wait 10 minutes before calling the fire department.
Nice, Ian. Oh, your poor Turbo X.
Yeah, that thing.
I've thought about this a fair amount, especially after driving around on the studs on my old man sedan.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't know if I will ever own an all-wheel drive vehicle.
You never have, though. Right?
I know I never have,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't feel compelled to, I should say.
Yeah, I don't think you need to.
Right.
I think they're fun.
Sure. I was thinking about today when we were coming back from the kart race. We were joking about, it was when we were going to the kart race. We were joking about like doing a rally build of my M45.
Yeah.
I think doing a rally build of like an M35X, the all-wheel drive,
Yeah.
would be hilarious.
Oh, yeah. You could like make a safari car out of it.
Yeah.
Like a Dakar car.
Right?
Yeah, it'd be super fun.
Right? Yeah. And then like just like keep all of the interior like perfectly Japanese ATM.
Yeah.
Like it is, right?
Exactly.
And just like only play classical music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would be the most comfortable rally car ever.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
It wouldn't be good, but it'd be fun.
Not good, but fun.
Just like my
That's on
lovemaking.
that's on the Not good, but fun. Title of your sex tape.
Yep.
All right. Well, I don't want to talk about my Saab anymore.
Yeah.
Can we do something fun?
We can. I there is a catharsis that comes with it. That like put it out there. Let people commiserate, Ian. I'm sorry that your Turbo X,
Thank you.
an insanely complicated car from a manufacturer that never should have made it and also doesn't exist anymore. I'm sorry that something is going wrong with that.
Constantly. I want to talk about something that you sort of brought up a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
As this is
Sure. Yeah.
you were telling a story about being on an airplane and realizing that you were sitting next to some Saab fans.
Being lucky that that the flight landed successfully, that it had no mechanical issues.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you made a joke about how many like direct ignition cassettes you had between you guys in your carry-ons.
Yes.
And in my head, it just popped up this idea, and I wrote it down in our like shared thing, and then I forgot about it.
These are my favorite kind of things to come back to.
Yeah, when we have to like reverse engineer. What the hell? Was I talking
right.
about?
Yeah, I was chewing gum.
So have you ever heard? You've heard of like sex tourism or
right.
medical tourism, where
Absolutely.
people like go get surgeries and make vacations out of them.
Yep, they'll go to Brazil to get like a whole bunch of dental work done.
Right,
for super cheap, or they're super freaky and they fly to Thailand to bang somebody or something.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Right, and usually sex tourism involves like some sort of really bad shit, like taking advantage of poor people and all that.
Right.
I think that we could do our trademark, take something weird and negative, and put a fun car-related spin on it. So instead of sex tourism,
okay,
what if we started a travel agency based on parts tourism?
Okay, all right.
So basically, people have broken cars. We know these people because they are us.
Right. Our fellow automotive enthusiasts that make poor decisions.
Correct.
Right.
And so you find an alternator on Craigslist. You find a brake booster on eBay.
Right.
You find on a forum post whatever other like, weird trim piece you need.
Right.
And then we plan a vacation around the You Pull It yard that you are going to. And like we can make recommendations like, that you're going there. This is the type of dog food you want to bring for the guard dog at the You Pull It yard.
Okay, all right.
And then you have 24 hours in what I can only assume is probably the best area of whatever town you're visiting.
There's a sketch but delicious taco stand.
Yeah.
Right. That you're like, okay, so we'll lunch here. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like the guided automotive parts tourism. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I like
exactly.
this. I like this.
Exactly.
Ian.
And
TeamClearCoat Tours, TCCT. That sounds like some kind of bizarre drug that makes you hallucinate.
I agree.
Yeah.
And then the other thing too is that we can make a promise to all of our clients that
can we
that the airplanes we use are boring.
Okay.
That they're not interesting like the cars that you're going to fix.
Thereby enforcing that it's reliable?
Yes.
Okay.
Just as
Gotcha.
We have the most boring planes of anyone.
Okay. All right.
And then they're like, "Oh, that's good."
Right.
I need some boring in my life.
Right.
As I go hunt down a hood ornament from 1940.
Okay. So all right. So in this business venture, like, are we say like if you have like a Volkswagen R32 and there happens to be like the reason that we're a company is because we have like the feelers out. We know where the hotbed of these ownership pockets are, right?
Yep.
So then we like it say like there's for some reason a huge R32 ownership population in Philadelphia for some reason. Right. And so like not only are we going to tell you to get a hot soft pretzel, right?
Yeah.
But like and maybe I'm just talking out loud, like trying to think of what this
you
would
are
look
talking
like.
out loud. That is pretty much the point of this whole setup we have here.
Yeah, I like this. So it's not just that we find a yard somewhere for your part. We find the yards.
Oh yeah,
in the place. For your parts.
And you might be out there saying, "Well, why don't you just ship the parts to the?" No.
You don't get
anybody can do that.
You don't get molars shipped to you from Brazil. You go to Brazil and get your molars.
That doesn't even make sense. Molars.
Yeah, like medical tourism, dental.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we ship you the teeth. You put them in. This is like the Hello Fresh for dental work.
I like that we're not even repairing someone's teeth. They just get new teeth.
Yeah,
You're getting an extra. That's just a spare set of molars that you're getting.
Why don't we have a subscription box service? That's what all the rage is. We're going to keep going on the parts tourism because I want to get back to that. But let's talk about this new idea that I just thought of.
I like it.
For the travel adverse. Let's say you have a fear of flying.
The agoraphobes who are also car enthusiasts.
Yes, absolutely. The ones that never show up to meets.
Right.
That they're not going to know about the parts anyway.
That's true.
You have a Volkswagen R32. Okay, so I'm going to...
And you just run it in your garage.
I'm going to curate a box for you, okay? Okay. All right, so first month's box, all right?
Oh, 15 amp fuses. Ooh.
Yeah, there you go. JB Weld.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? And like LED light bulbs.
Yeah. And you could do some lifestyle stuff in there as well.
Yeah, I was going to say a hat brim flattener.
Yep.
Yep.
A vape pen refill, like all that sort of stuff. You could really cater it to each individual. I like that idea.
Yeah.
That's really smart.
The subscription box. Yeah.
That makes a little bit more sense than parts tourism.
Which means parts tourism is the idea we're more likely to do.
See. Now we're catching on. Now we know what makes this whole thing tick.
Yeah, I want to know if anybody wants to send us their ideas for like what they would put in a part subscription box. Like, so my old man sedan, right? It would be preparation H.
Right.
Right. Let's see what else.
Well, I think that's actually a not bad idea to do like mods.
Yeah.
Like reversible mods.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Like, oh, try these lowering springs and see how you like them.
Right,
you know, like that.
Sort of
thing.
like a bonobos kind of thing, like where they ship you like a crate of clothes and you send back the ones you don't like.
Exactly.
Yeah, there we go.
See?
There we go.
That would be fun.
Yeah, right? Yeah, put this cold air intake on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've hovered over add to cart and decided not to because I'm like,
Right.
I mean, right? You've done that before.
But what if you had it? Right?
It just showed up, and then you were
Yeah.
like, "Ooh, I do like how this works."
Right.
And then if you don't, you ship it back.
Right.
I think that's a great idea.
That is. Yeah.
And it's not like you're gonna break a cold air intake, right?
You might.
I mean, I would find a way. It's true. I would find a way.
Somehow it turns the air into hot air.
Yeah. And it blows in my face and not in the engine. I don't know what I did wrong. I'm a great mechanic.
Sand into the engine. Yeah,
that's probably true. But yeah,
I like this. I like this. I like parts tourism. And I'm especially I'm especially intrigued by like the weird places you might not think to go for the car.
Right. It would be a great way to see the country.
Right.
Because there's cars scattered all over the place.
Yeah.
And maybe next time, instead of, if you have a family and you're going to take a family vacation, just the thing that's been broken on your car the longest.
Yeah.
Find that thing on Craigslist or eBay, and then just go to that place.
Yeah.
And plan a vacation around it.
There you go.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Or terrible. And your kids will never speak to you again, which may be win-win. I don't know.
They probably would have landed on that on their
Yeah,
own.
eventually. They all do.
I think you're just lubricating the gears there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it would be funny, though, like if you did that for a few years in a row and like your spouse is like, okay, this time, though, for real, we're not going to a junkyard, right?
Right. We're going to Kauai.
Yeah.
And like you find like the broken down.
Yeah. And it would be all like old Toyota pickup trucks because that's what they all have there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that, Ian.
It'd be fun.
I like your parts tourism.
Well, I'm glad you do because it brings me
to an FMK Cars. FMK Cars is the game that Ian and Dave play on the Team ClearCoat podcast. It's based on the classic game Fuck, Marry, Kill, but instead of playing it with people like gross-ass people do, we're nice-ass people, and we play it with cars. In this game, F means you drive it for a day, K means you kill it, you send it to the crusher, M means you marry it, by in which it is your daily driver.
Correct. Okay, thank you for that lovely introduction. That
Thank
was
you.
that was the best one you've ever done.
Thank you.
I didn't interrupt you.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to Dave and Ian's travel service. We
Oof.
promise none of our airplanes are as interesting as your broken cars. These are cars with a travel twist.
Okay.
The way I found these, I searched on eBay for the words hood ornament,
Okay. Okay.
and these are the hood ornaments that came up. So you're going to
Okay.
get the car that's associated with that hood ornament,
Okay.
and then you
I go to the place.
you go to the place. That's where you take all of your vacations from now on.
Oh shit. Okay.
And you travel a lot.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you're
Okay.
going to vacation a lot, and so you're going to get quite familiar with these places.
Okay. It'll be like my second home.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So the first one,
okay.
1950 Chrysler Imperial.
Imperial.
And it's got a pretty cool hood ornament.
Oh yeah.
It's got-
okay.
Yeah, it's got like that super like old future.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a little Art Deco retro futurism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one on top is the
Yeah.
one I found. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The bird.
Yeah.
Look
super,
at that.
Super cool.
I'm just zooming in on the Porsche behind it. No, that's beautiful. Okay. Okay. Where's this?
The one
bird?
I found actually, there's another model that has more of like a jet looking one.
Oh. Okay.
But whatever. That's it's pretty similar in
Sure.
look, so that's fine. Okay. So 1950.
Yeah. Where is this one? Where am I going?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Ian.
You are going to Eustis, Florida.
Oh.
EUSTIS.
EUSTIS. I can't spell EUSTIS.
Yeah, it's
Florida.
it's by the Villages, which is maybe not surprising for what this is. You know what the Villages are?
Is that like a massive retirement community?
It's the world's
The
largest
world-
retirement community.
Oh
It's
man.
enormous. So it's like just south of Orlando.
South of Orlando.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
No,
it's just
north-
north of Orlando.
Oh,
Northwest of Orlando.
That sounds so bad.
It is. That sounds terrible.
Okay.
But yeah, here's the Villages.
Oh.
And like the Villages is again, it's the Villages straight west.
Yeah.
And that's like it's just one huge retirement community.
Oh. Okay. All right.
But you get to go to Orlando. Orlando.
Look, okay, so the first thing that shows up on Google Street View is a fucking Chrysler Sebring convertible. That's how boring that shit is. You can tell a lot from a city by the first car you see on Street View.
That we need to do that
Yeah.
one now next. Write that down. Write it down.
I already have a thing for it because I pulled up Google Maps Street View for New Jersey. Guess what the first car I saw was?
An 80s Camaro.
No, Chrysler PT Cruiser convertible.
Oh.
Okay. All right. You're writing that down, aren't
I
you?
am writing it down.
Okay.
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 All right. So the second one,
Okay.
1949 Chevrolet Deluxe. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's kind of a cool looking car. Hood
Okay.
ornament's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yep. Kind of the same sort of thing.
Yes. Okay. I have seen this one.
Yeah.
Remem-
And I really like the way this car looks. I think it's
Yes.
really cool.
Okay. Yep.
All right.
Yes. Okay. That is a pretty car.
This one, you get to vacation in Kasota, Minnesota. Kasota.
What's going to be the first car we see on Street View there? Kasota, Minnesota.
So it's like a little bit southwest of Minneapolis.
Okay. The first car is a... What is that? That is a Chevy Lumina.
Ugh,
Ian.
that's pretty dire.
Okay.
Looks
All
like a
right.
cute little town, though. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay. I got mosquitoes and a Chevy Deluxe.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So the next one,
Uh-huh.
1950 Pontiac Chieftain.
Oh.
And I swear
okay.
these were just the first three that came up, and they were all like within a year of each other, and like really
That's
pretty
awesome.
similar cars.
Yeah.
Um.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's super cool.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And then in this one, you get to vacation in, and remember, these were the first three that came out. Deland, Deland,
Uh-huh.
Florida. And it's literally like
A block
30 miles from the first one.
Okay.
It is northeast of Orlando.
Oof. Okay. All right. Street View says
Is that
it's a Cavalier and a Avenger?
Oh.
Yep.
Or is that another Sebring? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Oh, man. Okay. Let me get a better look at this Pontiac Chieftain.
That Chieftain's cool looking, too.
I really like that. That's really pretty. I love cars from this era.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I am going to, for a day, drive.
And you're planning your, just so you're not confined to these towns.
Right.
You
right.
can
Right. You're basing your vacations out of there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. That changes things. Then so I think I'm going to marry the Chevy Deluxe here.
Okay.
I like that car the most.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I could launch some good vacations out of Minnesota.
Yes.
Yeah,
you could drive to Chicago.
Right.
Minneapolis is actually really rad.
Yeah. For anybody who doesn't know, Minneapolis and St. Paul are consistently rated the #1 bike-friendly city in the country.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, except for the 4 months a year that you cannot ride your bike.
Right. But if you do like the Google Maps like bike overlay where it like paints green, like you do Denver and it's like, oh shit, that's a lot of green, and then you go to like St. Paul and it's like green.
Yeah. Minneapolis and St. Paul are really cool towns. If you've never visited there, you should definitely do that.
Nice. So I think I would vacation in sunny Casota. Casota?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Casota.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for a day, I think I'm going to take a day trip. No. I'm changing this. I'm doing the Chevy Deluxe for a day. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. So Minnesota Chevy Deluxe for a day.
And then Pontiac Chieftain is what I'm marrying.
Yeah. Super cool.
And
so that means you're getting rid of the
Dealing-
Chrysler Imperial.
Yes, and that means I am going to dodge. I am going to be dodging Dodge Avengers and Cavaliers.
Okay.
That are piloted by people that need to have their licenses taken away. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think you would do?
So I think I would marry the Deluxe, the Chevy Deluxe.
Okay.
I really like the Chrysler Imperial.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's what I would do for a day. I really like the way that
it's
car looks.
Really pretty. It's a lot, but it's pretty.
It's very long. It's a big car.
Yeah.
But I think it just, I don't know, it has a really cool presence. I really like it.
I like that.
So yeah, that's what I would do.
Nice, Ian. I like that. Our parts tourism company getting off the ground.
Yeah. Any day now it'll be ready to go.
Ian and Dave's Team ClearCoat Parts Tourism. We promise no weird sex stuff. Mostly.
That's when you get back home.
Yeah. Ian. I have an FMK Cars.
I would love to hear it.
Not related to anything.
Okay.
And for some reason on my laptop, I opened Skype for Business.
Ugh.
How about we shut that business down?
I
Okay.
think that's a good idea. Yes.
For some reason, speaking of well thought out plans, like your parts tourism, for some reason, I thought that you and I, for this one, let me give you the title first. Don't get ahead of yourself, Ian. Okay?
Okay.
All right. This one is called Feels Like I'm Wearing Nothing at All. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Don't know what this is for.
That's from The Simpsons.
Okay.
Flanders is wearing like a really tight ski suit.
Oh, right. Okay.
And he's
okay,
like,
okay.
feels like I'm wearing nothing at all.
Yeah.
Crime fighting duos and cars from their era.
Okay.
In this FMK Cars, Ian,
Uh-huh.
you and I are a crime fighting duo.
Oh no.
Okay?
Oh no. Do I have to wear tights? Is what I'm asking.
Shut up.
Okay.
You'll get it. Okay. All right.
Okay.
First up, Ian,
Uh-huh.
is the 1991 classic movie Point Break.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I
So
need to rewatch that.
you do.
It's been a very long
It's
time.
wonderful.
I know. It's been forever.
Okay. You, all right, dress like Patrick Swayze in this movie, and for some reason you're always wet.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I am the Keanu Reeves character, the cop.
Okay.
Okay? I just say, whoa, and like a whole bunch of surfer bro talk
Okay.
all the time, and then occasionally fire my gun straight into the air.
Sounds great.
Okay? Our car, okay?
Mhm.
The Point Break came out in 1991.
Okay.
Car, 1991, one of the fastest cars of 1991. I'm going to give you a 1991 Lotus
Esprit.
Elan SE.
That was one of the fastest cars.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. So was a Saab. So was a Saab 9000. So yeah. Okay. Not a great. Everything was beat by the Ferrari F40.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
So it's a convertible, beachy.
Right.
You're
Okay.
always
Yep.
wet for some reason.
Yep. I'm
Okay.
air drying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right.
Second, Ian, the movie Batman and Robin,
I knew there was going to be a Batman and Robin,
but not the good one. This is
but not the good one.
Yeah.
Was there a good one?
This is 1989. One of the best years for music. Oh no. Yeah.
I was at 80.
No, no,
89 was
sorry.
Batman.
1997. 1997.
Oh, okay.
Shut up. 97.
All right.
If you know anything about Batman movies, this wasn't the Michael Keaton Batman.
Right.
This wasn't the other Batman. I can't remember who it was. This was the George Clooney Batman.
Right.
Remember the thing about the George Clooney Batman
the
suit?
nipples.
The nipples. Yep.
So we both get nips.
Well, no, you're Batman with the
I'm
nipples.
Batman.
Yep, I'm Robin. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Why would you? Why am I Batman?
This FMK Cars is about you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I figured you were gonna make me Robin. 'Cause
No.
I'm smaller.
No. You got the nips.
I got the nips.
Yeah. Okay.
Got them nips.
That's not the suit. That's a different version of the suit. But there was a suit where George Clooney, we'll just put in George Clooney. He had nips. George Clooney. He had nips on the Batman suit, and the internet lost its mind back in 1997. So it was all like bing, 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 and rage over AOL.
Yeah.
Okay? All right?
All right.
So, Ian,
Mm-hmm.
all right? 1997, the car, all right? Oh, and also you cannot take this suit off while you're driving the car.
All right.
Okay? 1997. What was a good car that came out in 1997, Ian?
I have no idea.
Okay.
That came out in 1997?
Yeah,
Nothing.
Oh, a car came out in 1997 that will blow your goddamn nipple suit off.
Will it also allow me to turn my head? Because that was the other thing about that suit, right?
No, you can't turn
you
your
can't
head.
Turn your head.
The McLaren F1.
Oh, that came out in 97?
Yeah.
I thought that was like 94. 93 or 94.
Oh, well, it was in production in
Oh, okay,
1997.
okay.
Sorry. Yeah, in production.
I thought you meant like
It
debut.
yeah, sorry. No. Yeah, it was in production in
Oh, okay.
1997. Yes.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Good.
Because they made like 3 a year,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So you have to wear the
McLaren
Batman suit.
All right.
Okay.
We'd definitely not be able to get in or out or see anything.
Right. And I am just squeaking in vinyl next to you the entire and like
Which seat would you go?
I'll just mix it up.
You're gonna mix it up. Okay.
Yep.
So sometimes you'll be over here. Sometimes
Right.
You'll be over, okay.
Yep.
right.
Uh-huh. Yep. And
Getting into the central driving position without being able to turn your head
Yeah.
would be a challenge. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Lastly, Ian,
Mm-hmm.
a wonderful, wonderful crime fighting duo. 1989,
Okay.
Turner and Hooch. You dress like Tom Hanks. I dress like that is a French, if I'm not mistaken, that is a French Mastiff. That is Hooch,
I'm not trying to.
and
To-
it's creepy. My outfit.
I'm not trying to like, be rude or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
But this is not a million miles off of what happens in real life.
With you and me.
Like sort of tweety, sort of,
Uh-huh.
and like a sort of annoyed thing,
Right.
and then just hi,
just
hi,
happy to be
hi,
here. Hey,
hi.
who are you?
Hi.
You're my friend. We're friends now.
Do you have treats?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not far off.
All you need to do is throw change out the cardigan for a tweed suit jacket.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Swap
Like, it's
out
not-
the V-neck for a denim shirt and tie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then all of this, like the thing that's because I'm essentially
You're the same. Your hair is the same color.
I'm essentially a Labrador Retriever on the inside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just like that on the outside as well. But
We're already this.
yeah,
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
1989.
Yeah. What's a car
So
from 19
you had the 80.
that would like Batman and Robin the McLaren.
Yeah.
You got Point Break and the little convertible for the beach.
Right.
Turner and Hooch. What would you pick? 1989 Lincoln Continental.
Come on.
What? We're gonna be on stakeouts, and we need a
Yeah.
comfortable place to sit.
Okay.
Also, I'm a big dog.
That's true.
Ian,
That's true. You don't want to ruin a good interior.
that Mastiff in Turner and Hooch, I can't remember its real name, lived to 14, which is insane for such a huge dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are huge dogs.
Yeah, those are big.
Okay. All right. So
You and me.
the golden age of American automotive engineering.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm gonna ask you for tummy rubs a lot.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely crushing the Lincoln Continental then.
Even if I don't ask you for tummy rubs?
Yeah, because I know you will. You can say you won't, but you would. Oh, you'd want tummy rubs all the time. You ask me for tummy rubs now.
Yeah.
And it's adorable the way your leg starts kicking. So we're gonna crush the Lincoln Continental.
Okay. all
We're gonna
right.
drive the McLaren with the nips for a day.
For a day. I was figuring we would nip out for the day and then we would crash it probably
and then
and have to flee from our own crime scene.
right. And then I am absolutely marrying you in the passenger seat of a convertible being driven very quickly and just firing a gun into the air. Of course. That sounds amazing. That's like if there were no consequences for anything ever, why wouldn't you do that?
That's what you would do if you had like a purge scenario.
I mean, probably not far off of that. Right? Just doing donuts, firing a gun in the air. That would be
Brah.
That would be great.
Yeah.
It would be so much fun.
Just in a Richard Nixon mask. Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
That was an easy one.
I think
Next.
I think you chose well.
Thank you. What would you do?
If
You still have to be the sidekicks.
Yeah. I am the sidekick. I would kill the Lotus. Yeah,
Because
and Point Break.
convertible.
Yeah, because convertible, and also I could not live with myself if I had to surfer talk all the time.
Uh-huh.
Being like my native Missouri speak is bad enough.
Right.
And then I think I would marry the Batman and Robin McLaren F1.
Just to make me
Oh yeah.
not be able to turn my head.
Yeah, and just hear me being like super squeaky, and then like I get like right up in your ear. Hey Batman, where are we going today? And I would jinkies. I would lean into all the like wacky Burt Ward catchphrases.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Hey Batman, I know you can't turn your head. Guess what? I'm in the left seat today, Batman. You want some beef jerky? I got some, but I'm not going to tell you where I keep it.
Okay. All right. So then that means for a day we're you're a dog.
Absolutely.
You've made yourself a dog for a day.
Yeah.
What would you do for Just demand belly rubs.
Demand belly rubs and treats, but also like, I don't know. Can you imagine like being in the middle of a stakeout and then like having to let me out to shit?
I mean, yes. I can imagine that.
Because we actually did that.
Because I've had to do that before. Yeah.
Not far off from real life, Ian.
Not at all.
No.
It's actually a documentary about us.
Life imitates art. Art imitates life.
I can't
Yeah.
keep track anymore.
Yeah. All right, there you go. I don't know why, but
That
I
was
was
fun.
just driving around one day giggling about the prospect of us being a crime fighting duo. We'd be the worst crime fighting duo.
We would be terrible at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we would just argue about it.
Yeah. It'd be like grumpy cop, good cop. And
Yeah.
it's like, but
That
like,
doesn't really work.
yeah, you know? Yeah. Yeah.
That was a fun one. I liked it.
So what else we got on our talk of boots today, Ian?
I rented a car
Yes, let's
for
talk
a work
about
trip.
Yes, and it was not you decided to get something more douchey than a BMW X3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the last rental car we talked about was your X3
right,
a few
right.
weeks ago.
I'm still finding Bluetooth headsets in my ears when I clean them when I get out of the shower. How the fuck did this get here?
That happens.
Yeah,
That
god
happens.
damn it. Oh, Motorola this time.
No, so I flew to Dulles,
Okay.
and I had to drive all the way to Chambersburg, Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow. How long was that?
It's about 2 hours
Okay.
ish.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Sure.
I don't know. And it was late November, so not the best time of the year to be in this area of the country.
Okay.
And it was when I landed 30 degrees out.
Okay.
And so naturally, when I saw it lined up next to all of the Nissan Rogues and
Sure.
and minivans and Nissan Altimas,
Right.
I selected the Mercedes-Benz SLK.
Because if you're going to get stuck in a sheet ice storm.
Yeah. So it was an SLK 300 of 2017.
Okay.
It had 30,000 miles on it,
Because everyone's been renting it.
and it had seen some things.
Really? Before you, huh?
Oh boy, it was.
I think the front's the better angle for that thing.
Yeah, that's an older one.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
So it's got a different one.
SLK 300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Like that.
Same body
Yep,
style.
yep.
Yeah. It was. It
So-
did not feel right. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure how much of it was it not feeling right, and it was also like super windy out. It was like
Okay.
50-mile-an-hour winds.
Oof.
So I was just getting tossed around,
Sure.
which always makes a car feel super strange,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
when you're not used to it. So my first impressions of it were not good.
Right.
The other problem is that I immediately put it into Sport Plus mode because that's what you do, right? In a rental car with such a thing.
Right.
The transmission in that car in Sport Plus mode, I don't know if it was because of rental car,
Hashtag because of rental car.
but it's awful.
Really?
Like it's so jerky and not really any better in any way. Like it'll hold
Okay.
gears longer, I guess.
Sure.
But
But to what end?
right, it feels like it honestly, like even when you're pushing, it honestly feels a little bit like it upsets the car, like because it's so
okay.
bad and dramatic. And I have to think it must have been jacked up in some way.
Okay.
It was also, the engine was also very noisy,
Okay.
but like not in a good way, like not
Uh-huh.
like engine noise good way, like
Yeah.
things are rattling
Like
around that
Broken
maybe
motor mount
something
kind of way.
something was amiss with
Okay.
that car.
Okay.
There were several things I think amiss with that car.
Yeah.
The infotainment system is stupid,
Uh-huh.
awful. But I will say it does handle pretty well.
Okay.
Much better than I would have thought. I had driven, the only other SLK I've ever driven, I think was either the F1 nose one that you just showed,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
or the one before that
Okay.
that
Yeah.
people complained about for being too girly or whatever.
Oh, that was bullshit. I actually
I know.
really dug that little car.
I did too. I
Yeah.
thought that was
Yeah.
the better body style.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember which generation it was, but it was one of those two. It was a long, long time ago.
Right.
And it felt like it was like a little soft, and like the
But that was
Z4
peak Chrysler integration into
right.
Yeah, Mercedes. Yeah.
And then the Z4 I also always thought was like not like as sharp as I wanted it to be.
Okay.
But I really liked it. I really liked the way this one handled.
Okay.
It was really pretty good. And for a rental car,
Right.
it was
That's
pretty
a
nice.
fun fling to have.
I will say that I did also try to do like a joke, like I'm an idiot and got a convertible when it's 30 degrees out, and I like bundled myself up and was gonna put the top down, and the top was broken.
Oh.
And I was an idiot.
Well then.
I needed to get back down south to where my hotel was
Right.
from Chambersburg, and I like started to put the top back, and it went and stopped, and I was like, oh, I have an hour drive.
No.
And I managed to get it back closed.
Oh God.
And it was literally 30 degrees out.
Wow. Okay.
I did hear tell through other channels that
Right.
you can kind of get it to do a burnout, but it's not happy about it.
Okay.
And it does.
Okay.
It's not that great of a burnout.
Okay.
It's a pretty mediocre burnout, but mediocre burnout is better than no burnout. And so I'm told that you can do multiple of those to make up. So if it's a good burnout, then you just need one. But
Right.
if it's bad, then you just need to do a bunch of them.
Right. Right. So like I'd say like a burnout in say like just like spitballing here, like a BMW M5 that maybe goes through first, second, and well into third gear.
Yeah.
It would be considered a good one, and
That would be a good one.
probably only need one of those.
I bet you would still do two of them. But yes, you would only need one. Correct.
Right. Right. Okay.
Yeah. There's like a burnout quota,
Right. Right. Right.
and it
It's
takes
the
more.
quality versus quantity.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Scale.
You can get there either way.
Right. Right.
get there
right.
either way.
Right.
But, this one was more of a quantity one.
You've heard.
I've heard. I've heard tell. I can't imagine why. We also joked about when I texted you that I had this, and I had seen some things. You had joked about like this proves the multiverse theory, that like other versions of myself had gotten to it first and ruined it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's a scary version of the multiverse. It's like you're like, remember that Jet Li movie, The One, where he has to like kill the multiverse versions of himself?
Oh. I remember it coming out, but I never saw it.
Yeah. I never saw it, but I'm aware of the premise, right?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so like I think if I'm remembering it correctly, the movie starts from what I've heard with just a paragraph that basically just says that, like, hey, here's the deal. This guy has to run around and kill all the multiverse versions of himself, essentially, right? And so that's what he does. So like you are in a race with yourself to get to these rental cars before the other multiverse versions of Ian rent them, right? So I want you waiting outside the factory for a Toyota Senna, minivan, right? So that you can be the first, to get it on the rental fleet.
I like it.
Yeah, yeah. And then, if you see another multiverse version of yourself, you gotta throw a cardigan to distract them. They're like, "Oh, cardigan," right? While you get in the rental car.
Yeah, and you end up with the paradoxes when you're both jumping a rental car at the same time.
Yes, yes, yeah. You get in one, and there's already gray hair in it.
Wait a minute.
I'm not the first.
I was too late.
There's another one in this timeline. Yeah. Perfect. I like that, Ian. I like that.
But yeah, that's okay.
I think it's a good-looking car.
It was, and again, it was a pleasant surprise as a rental car.
Sure.
And there was definitely someone, we got off the bus at the same time.
Uh-huh. And they were going for it?
And no, they went straight for I don't know, I don't even remember what it was. Some crossover RAV4 or some shit.
Sure.
That was parked right next to it. And they looked at me like I was a crazy person. And I was just like, this is awesome. I was to take pictures and
Right.
Yeah. So apparently there's a reason why people don't select this when it's 30 degrees outside.
True. And you're in the Northeast where there might just be an ice storm out of nowhere.
I was also going to see customers, and at one point they were like, "Oh, we should go get lunch," and I was like, "Oh, right,
Yeah.
that was the other thing."
Yeah.
I can take one of you because I'm an idiot.
The rest of you can cling to the hood in 30-degree Pennsylvania weather.
Oh, I'm a moron.
Very gracious host, Ian.
I know,
Right?
I know. No, doing good. So yeah, I had one of them drove.
But see, that is, I think that is if we're writing the business book, okay, which
Oh God, we should not.
We should not. But I think that what you did is actually kind of a power move.
Oh, that's what it was. Let's go with that. Sure.
No. There's a certain there's a real skill set to be harvested for like business intelligence, like as far as like learning all about the customers, like
Right.
what kind of influence they have like with their management, and like all of this like dirty like insider business stuff that you want to learn about your clients,
Right.
sitting in their car when they drive you to lunch.
Oh, I see.
Ian, that's some like CIA level shit right there.
I mean, I guess, sure. Let's go with that. That sounds like better. I was going to go and say, like, it's a lot like how because these people have known me for a long time, so they were not surprised.
right.
See that because they actually asked me, like, okay, what rental car did you get this time? Because I think the last time I was there, I had a Challenger.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So it's more like just setting expectations. Like,
right.
I dress the same way,
Right.
no matter where I go.
Right.
Pretty much. It doesn't matter professional setting or whatever. And for whatever reason, I think just because I'm consistent, I pull it off. Like it doesn't.
Right.
No one has ever scolded me for it or anything like that.
Right.
And I can do that. I don't know why. It just works. The same thing with this sort of thing. Like, they know that I'm going to get an absurd rental car that makes no sense.
There is a known quantity of crazy coming at them.
Correct.
Right. The crazy you know versus the crazy you don't.
I'm going to talk about some music that they'd never heard of.
Right.
I'm going to drag them to some restaurant they don't want to go to.
Right.
And then later at the bar, I will take over the jukebox. And I will not be able to accommodate more than one person in my rental car. That's just how it's going to work.
Nice.
And then I'm going to ask them about best roads to go do burnouts on.
Right.
They all know this.
I like that.
Set the expectations early.
And
it's fine. But if you just come with crazy out of nowhere, then they're like, oh, wait, what's going on?
Right. We don't want to do business with you.
Yeah.
Right?
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I think you can learn a lot from your customers about riding in their car.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's very true. I did get some good information out of that.
I was just telling my coworkers about the time I saw another guy that I work with pull up in a Toyota Scion TC with a manual transmission, and my complete opinion of the person changed.
Right.
Like when your opinion of somebody like really takes another look because of the car they drive.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Right?
That happens.
Yeah. You take one of your customers out to lunch and it's like, oh, I need to cut this guy a deal. He's got the last generation Saab 9.5.
Oh, yeah.
It just is basically a rubber stamped Buick.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he was being cheap before. He just needs the money.
Yeah. Context. Let you fill in the shading.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, good job renting a Mercedes, Ian.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was entertaining, at least.
Yeah. Good story.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How long is this episode already?
Very. Yeah. How long is this? I don't know. Here, let's look at the timer. This is oh God, we've been going 58 minutes, Ian.
All right, let's go to the listener content.
Yes, let's do that. Okay, so my buddy Mark, our buddy Mark, sent in a text. He said, all right, let's pull this up. Let's oh God, let's put it on the browser so people can see it. There it is. Okay, all right. We borrowed my parents' 2000 Yukon over Thanksgiving to haul lots of family. Also, thank you, Mark, for sending this in, and hello. There's something that is not right. There's a something is not right feeling when sitting in this car. The steering wheel is not centered with the seat, and the instrument cluster is not centered on the wheel or the seat. And so he sent a picture, and you can see like that definitively it is not centered. That would be really unsettling to drive.
That is so weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to know if his parents had noticed it before, if he was providing new information.
Yeah, I don't know, because that would be one of those things where like somebody might not notice it their entire life.
Right, they've made the adjustments to it.
Yeah, and then you tell them and they're like, "Oh God, I can't stand this now."
Right.
Yeah,
You've,
you
ruined their car.
Yeah, you
for
could have
them.
ruined their car. Also, Mark's phone is good. Look at that leather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it's in pretty good shape.
It does.
Actually.
It looks like it's in great shape. Can we see how? Oh no, it's a digital
God,
odometer.
That era of GM interior is just like
It's
those
a little rough.
fucking buttons.
Yeah.
What? Like, why with those buttons? I don't get it.
I don't know.
They look so. It makes it look so cheap, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
And you know exactly how they feel.
Yeah.
Like, I can
you can smell them.
yeah. It's so strange.
Yeah.
That era,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Not great. But thank you for sending that in. I'd never noticed that
Yeah.
before.
No, I have felt like something wasn't right with like centered positions before,
Mhm.
because especially when it comes to the footwell.
Right.
Like, we're all aware of like cars that make compromises to kind of kick your feet over a little bit in the name of front suspension or like
or transmission. Or,
right.
Yeah.
Or like a Chrysler Sebring convertible that puts the battery inside the footwell of the passenger side.
Oh, good.
You know that? You
No,
know
I didn't
about
know that.
In order to change the battery in mother's Chrysler Sebring convertible, right? Which she's handed down to my niece, by the way. So now it's her problem. You have to take the wheel well liner out of the passenger side front wheel well to get to the battery.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
That's a really weird spot.
Yeah, it's a really dumb spot to put a battery, something you're going to need to change every 4 to 5 years.
Yeah. My in my first car, in the Audi, the Audi 5000, it was under the seat, under the back seat.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Could you like flip up the seat and get to it?
Yeah, it was kind of it was a little bit of a hassle, but not too bad.
So
but
did
it was
you
just
ever have
strange.
to jump it? And
Yeah.
like
The first time, because
you
I
put
was
it
like
in the like through the window of the
Yeah.
back seat.
yeah. The
Oh
first
my
time
God.
I couldn't find it.
Right.
Because I didn't know where it was, because I was 18 and I didn't
Sure.
think like, oh, I should probably know where that is.
Right. Right.
And so like I knew like, oh, I know some people put them in the trunk, like,
Right,
some
right.
automakers, and I like ripped the
But
trunk
it's
apart
not
and
there.
it wasn't there, and it wasn't under the hood, and I was like, I'm going insane, right?
right.
I'm
Right.
insane. There's
Right.
no battery. Like what
Right.
happened? Yeah, I was an idiot. But anyway, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. So then let's see here. Then we have a voicemail from our buddy Ike.
Let's listen.
Yeah.
I'm scared and confused already.
Hey guys, so I'm experiencing the weirdest traffic jam I've ever experienced in my life, and it is like literally the battle of the dumbest people on the planet. So to give you an idea, picture a triangle with a intersection at the point of each triangle. The people, they're doing construction, so they kind of limited one of the roads. So someone can't turn off of one of those points to get to another point. So they decided to block that road, like block the box, which then caused the other point of the triangle to get their box blocked, which then put someone else blocking another box. So now I'm stuck on a line of the triangle with nowhere to go, and I can't back up and get out of here, and I can't go anywhere, and it is ridiculous. And this is like the weirdest thing. By the way, I'm using Waze, so of course nothing's working the way it should be. So that's great. So this is fun. So what should be a 40-minute drive home has turned into an absolute disaster. I literally had to move for like 10 minutes. So I'm just curious, like, what's the longest you've ever had to wait in a traffic conundrum yourselves? So love you guys. Oh, I'm moving. Oh, we're driving through a red light, but I don't care. All right, I'm turning this off before there's evidence. All right, bye guys.
So that was from someone not named Ike. That was from Schmike.
Well, thank you, Schmike,
Yes.
for calling in again.
Your anonymity is preserved with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's
Now,
not.
now, traffic situation, like waiting in a traffic situation, does it count if you are the cause of the traffic situation,
Okay.
or if it's a traffic situation of one?
Well, hang on. Okay, so we need to get into this. So this episode's coming out before the holidays.
Yes.
Everybody's going to be like a lot of people are driving for the holidays.
Right.
You may be stuck in holiday traffic. You might be in a never-ending parking lot line for trying to get out of the mall, and you're making things worse by listening to us.
Yeah.
Right? You might be driving to relatives' houses that you're just like white-knuckling the whole way there.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see some stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so bad holiday drives, bad traffic situations. Also, given what you said, Ian, I want to know what the worst traffic situation is that you've caused.
Well, I didn't really. I guess I contributed to a bad situation, which was in the mountains.
Okay.
I think I've told this story before. We stayed in Dillon and thought we were in the clear the next morning. I still had summer tires on my car and made it and woke up to see almost 8 inches of snow on the ground. Tried to get out before the roads got bad.
Before they got bad.
We were like halfway to the tunnel from Silverthorne up. So like close. And we were like, just keep moving. And a bus came out right in front of me and I had to stop.
Oh, God.
And that was game over.
Right.
And so I had to just go backwards to get onto the shoulder.
Oh,
and
my
so
God.
like I ended up, delaying several other cars who eventually got themselves unstuck, but I had to wait for a tow truck for like 3 or 4 hours.
Sure.
And then I've been in from Vail to Denver is normally an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Even with weather,
right.
It's usually an hour and a half to 2 hours. I think it took me one time 5 hours.
Oh, wow.
Because Vail Pass was closed and I got caught up in it. And
yeah,
I wasn't stuck or anything. I had snow tires on, but it was just like,
yeah, mountain traffic.
The pass. Someone drove a semi off a mountain, and that tends to slow things down.
Right. Yeah, turns out. Yeah. Right. I think from the situation Schmeich was talking about.
Good save.
Yeah, thanks. Woo. I think that a lot of times we get into these situations like when someone just does not recognize that streets connect, right? And like before you get to an awful situation, even if you have to go a longer way,
right?
Like that one turn isn't the turn you have to make.
Right.
It is a turn you could make.
You're not supposed to make it someone else's problem.
Right. Yeah. I don't think I've been stuck in anything like that, but I have been stuck in a Whole Foods parking garage. Around the holidays, and it was really bad. And it was so bad that the person behind me got out of their car to tell me to knock on my window and to tell me to not let a car in front of me that was trying to back out of a space.
Just because people were so angry or what?
Yeah, because they had a hockey game to get to. And I was like, no. So they tried to go around in the parking garage and like road rage go around.
Yeah.
Which the person was backing up because I was letting them back up, especially after, Dick Nozzle got out and tapped on my window.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Somebody taps on your window. You know what you do? You tell them to get the fuck back in their car.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so they almost hit the person that was backing up, and then they just made the whole situation worse because now cars that were trying to get in couldn't get in. And right? Just leaving concerts is always really bad, like something
leaving
at Red Rocks.
Yeah, is really bad.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one that happened to me this over the summer when we traveled, when we did our family vacation out in North Carolina. We had driven through all of Shenandoah National Forest or National Park, and we're making our way down to Asheville where we were meeting friends, and we were staying outside of Asheville, so we had to go through like this couple of small towns.
Sure.
And we ended up getting there on a Friday night.
Okay.
On a Friday evening. And so we were driving through this small town, and all of a sudden, just like out of nowhere, we're in like rural North Carolina.
Right.
There is just cars everywhere. Like
no
just
way.
like crawling through this town.
Okay.
And it's like not a big town. And we're like, what the fuck is happening? It was the first home football game for the high school.
Oh, yeah.
And so like we're trying to we're just going through.
Right.
We're not trying to go to a fucking high school football game because just that's a whole other thing.
Right.
And like people were like not letting us in.
Oh,
and it's like, first of all, if you think we're all going to the same place, then what difference does one car make?
Right. Exactly.
Also, it doesn't look like we're going to a high school football game, right? We have like out of state plates.
Right.
You know, none of us are wearing any sort of sports paraphernalia.
Right.
We're going this way.
Yeah.
And this happens to be the way that all of you idiots are going.
Yeah.
And people were like really aggressive and like not letting us in and all that sort of stuff. And finally I was just like, okay, I'm in a rental car.
Right.
I have the right of way.
Right.
That's just,
rental right of way.
That's the facts.
Right.
Because I care much less about my paint job than any of you motherfuckers.
Right. Do you want to dance?
Right.
Yeah.
And then there was like, I had to wait for people to like, park on the road. It was a really weird traffic jam. And then it was just, as soon as we got past the high school, there was just nothing. Like not another car for miles and miles.
Oh.
It was so weird.
A traffic microburst.
Yeah. And in small towns like that, it's infuriating because there's like a street.
Right.
And you're all on the street.
Right.
And there's a field.
Right. The way out is to go backwards where cars are piled up behind you.
Right.
And
it took us, and the other thing was like, it took us a while to put it together.
Right. Yeah.
Because all of a sudden you're just like in this small town and you're like,
right.
Why
were you looking at Waze comments?
No.
That's been our new thing, to check out like the Waze comments in
People
traffic.
can type comments?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
In
like,
traffic?
I'll get on there and just start throwing shit.
Well, that doesn't seem safe.
So my girlfriend and I were driving to, where were we driving? We were driving into the mountains up 285.
Okay.
Came around a turn, suddenly stopped traffic. Okay. And it was on a weekend, and 285 gets backed up sometimes going up into the mountains, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're just sitting there not moving, right?
Weird.
And then it was close to the Coney Island hot dog thing, right? Around there, somewhere around Bailey. And she gets on Waze and is looking at stuff, and I'm like, we see like some police things and like traffic, and I see that there's comments on one, and so we click on it. Turns out that the police just closed 285 for the high school homecoming parade. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Just closed 285 on a weekend, right? And so here we are all sitting, right? And so like, we just start like throwing shade on the comments section. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah.
That is true though, because like that section, because there's basically on 285 is like this mountain road.
Yeah.
And there is a high school that just kind of appears out of nowhere.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think it's one of those ones that like rolls up a whole bunch of little small mountain towns.
Yeah.
But where else would you have a parade?
Right.
That is the road.
Yeah, it's either that or like a parade of canoes down like the the waterway.
So I mean, I kind of feel for it, but at the same time, that's the road.
Right. Yeah.
High school sports, man.
Right.
The worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave, I think we did a car show.
I think we did. You came over sleepy. Now I'm sleepy.
It was.
Let's go spoon and go to bed.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Everybody, this is going to come out right before Christmas. So if you're driving for Christmas, please be safe.
Be safe out there.
Don't inflict us on your family members. Unless the only thing I will say is that I will encourage, don't make them actually listen to us. But when one of your older relatives asks you to fix their phone, which will happen.
Absolutely. Phone, computer, tablet, etc.
Subscribe to our podcast on their device and set it up to download automatically.
There you go.
Do that.
Yeah,
or
please.
if they fall asleep and leave their phone unlocked, that is also fair game.
Right. And
we encourage you to, one, subscribe to our podcast on that device, and then also change all of their contacts to the word penis.
And do what you will with their wallpaper.
Yeah. Go crazy. Go crazy. Do all of that.
Go nuts.
All of this will keep you sane and help us out.
Yeah. Yep.
At the same time. See?
Yeah.
It's
nice.
It's helpful.
Maybe set their homepage to teamclearcoat.com.
Yeah, maybe. You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But do subscribe on
Right.
their YouTube account
Yep.
and on their iTunes account.
Yep.
Do that.
Maybe find the contact for Mother and change that to our hotline.
Which is
720-515-1391. You see something out there like Schmike did,
yeah. And we
give
can
us a ring.
Yeah, we'll play it on the show just like that.
Yeah.
teamclearcoat.com. We're on the media social.
Yep.
If you celebrate Christmas, have a very good Christmas.
Yep.
If you don't, enjoy your time off of work.
Exactly.
And we will see you in the new year.
We're going to try to squeeze one more out.
Ooh.
Yeah, next episode I think we talk about our favorite moments from the year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Right. That
Yeah.
sounds good. All
Okay.
right. Goodbye, everyone. We love you.
We love you.